In this video, I'm going to explain how to get started with marketing automation and some of the things you should keep in mind. Let's jump right in. Hi there, my name is Ruben, and I'm a data strategist. I work with maybe 73, 75 companies now at this point from 5 continents and across multiple industries. And one of the main things that always comes in our work is automation. Whether it's marketing automation or data automation, huge amount of benefits that can be reaped by just setting this up. Now in this video, I'm going to show you some tangible use cases of marketing automation, how data is central to all of this, some of my favorite tools, and how to get started. So let's start with use case. There's a lot of things you can do with automation. Some of the most interesting ones, or maybe the most impactful ones, are, for example, adding consistent communication to tricky journeys. So let's say you're onboarding users for a software product, or someone just recently purchased something and you want to take them from first time purchase to the second and third purchase. Automation can help there. You can design those sequences once and you can run them forever. And that gives you a lot of leverage. Now you have this system that you can tweak and optimize over time, but you don't have to constantly be thinking about new campaigns. You're working off the same foundation. The other idea is around maybe automating some. So this might be less marketing automation, more data automation. I think it's still automation in general, but being able to automate how data gets reported, how insights get surfaced, how data gets tracked. And the third use case might be happen even before someone becomes a customer. I'm sure you've seen all the different chat widgets that companies now have. We can take some of those ideas and bring them. So automate how we engage users, perhaps users who land on specific pages, pricing, specific blog posts, and we're able to generate and encourage certain types of questions. Now, data is central to all of this. If we look at an example here, this is an example from a tool called Iterable, but they all work in the same idea. You have this workflow, you have initial triggers, then you take them through different steps, they weave in and out, but data is the thing that ties everything together. So you may have an event, let's say someone purchasing something like in this image, or maybe they are adding to a subscription or something else that triggers the workflow, the automation. And then as they go through it, we might filter them out. If they're an existing customer, take them this way. If they are male, take them that way. If they haven't done a certain action, take them this way. So that's all data, right? Those are all events, they're user properties, user attributes that we need to be able to do this workflow. So it's not enough to just have page views. You really need to know all the different interactions that users can be having on your product, on your website, and even other systems, right? If you're able to bring other data, like let's say CRM data, customer support data, and tie it all into a single place, into a single profile. Now, when it comes time to get started, I always go back to this handy 3Ps framework that I have created over time. And I really want to understand how automation fits within the 3Ps. So we have people. So who's involved in this? Who do we need support when it comes to technical support, general support within the organization? What's going to be the process in which we're going to run this? So how are we going to design campaigns? How are we going to optimize it? Where's the data going to come from? Are we going to have a weekly meeting? Just starting to think about these questions even before we actually need them. And then lastly, providers, which to me, this is technology. These are tools. These are software vendors. And here's where we go and find the specific partners or solutions that we need to really implement the first two. And as you can see, this is a pyramid. There's a foundation to it. That is, we want to build upon a strong foundation, which is people, then go to the second layer as process, and then on top of that, layer providers. And the reason why is a lot of the challenges I think companies run into are not really technology. There's lots of great technology choices out there. Instead, it's lack of process. It's not having the right people on board. That's typically what hurts companies. Now, some of my favorite tools. So jump a few things, and there's lots of options. Automation is a hot field. So you have everyone doing automation to some extent, from Salesforce, Kettle, Iterable, which I have here right in front of me. We have something like Vero, maybe more towards the software world. Autopilot, which I actually use myself for my email list. If you're in my newsletter, which you should definitely get on, that's Autopilot. So it's a different way of structuring workflows. And they're all very similar, right? So you're really looking for the ability to do workflows, the ability to do them based on behaviors, attributes, the ability to send messages across different channels. So not just email, but can you do text message? Can you do push notifications? Can you do in-app notifications? Can you do postcards? That's actually, I've seen some tools that let you send actual physical postcards to services. That could be interesting. What's the pricing model? How are you going to pay as it scales up? Those are some of the things that you want to keep in mind. And that's all I have for today. If you enjoy this, make sure to subscribe to the channel. There's a subscribe button somewhere on this page. Make sure you like it. And I also have my weekly newsletter, which I call the Growth Needle, where I share a lot of the same ideas, share some interesting links, some things that I never share publicly or share in that newsletter. So there'll be a link in the description. Check that out. I think you'll find it helpful. And the last thing is, tell me some of the challenges or some of the wins you have seen in marketing automation. And, is there anything that you need help with? So post in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer them. Until next time.